What's going on, guys? I'm here with an emergency video today. Yesterday, we had the market just absolutely ripping to the upside. We have been creeping up on Bitcoin here for the past week after that scam wick of the fake ETF approval right here. Everyone was freaking out about this, thinking that it was super bearish. We got this big wick and we're just going to come back down and then we're going to collapse. But market had other plans. Consolidated, then we started slowly pushing up. We filled the wick, consolidated some more, again slowly just making our way up. And then yesterday, as soon as we broke 32K, I was watching it on my phone. We were creeping up. We broke our yearly high right around here. Let's see, we'll zoom into a lower time frame. 5-minute chart. So we broke our yearly high right here. We broke our yearly high. And then right after that, we broke 32K. And then after breaking 32K, literally like 5-minute candle, rocket straight to 34. On most exchanges, they hit like 35. I know on some futures exchanges, it hit even 36. So then we came back down, consolidated. Now we're just kind of consolidating a bit. And it's just been an absolutely insane 24 hours. So kind of just wanted to hop on, talk about this really quick, talk about what this might mean. That's the question, right? What happens next from here? Are we entering full bull mode? Or is this just, moving up out of the range that we were in? So let's go back to the daily. Is this just us stair-stepping? So we were in this range down here in the bear market. We stepped up. We entered this new range, from like 31.5 to 25K. And now we're just stepping up into a new range. I'm going to go through some of the perspectives from a couple of the people that I follow, I keep up with. I'm by no means a TA expert, but I've been buying crypto since freaking all the way up here. So I have a little bit of familiarity because I've been staring at the charts for 2 years now. So I feel like I have a little bit of an understanding of how these markets move, how they behave. Just for example, right back here when we were at our lows after this insane sell-off, and we were down here at like 25K, right? Everyone was freaking out. Everyone was like, oh, the macro, everything's looks bad, we're going to go lower. I was saying, I don't know, like everyone down here was really, really bearish and it just didn't feel right. I was like, we had like an extreme sell-off. Maybe this is the bottom and we're sitting on support and this is going to turn around. And sure enough, here we go. Turned around. It took some time, but now we're absolutely blasting off. So let's just go through a couple tweets here, then I'll come back to the charts. So a very popular perspective on Twitter has been from this guy Credible Crypto, and he's been talking for a while now about having new all-time highs this year in 2023. So he just posted after this run up. He goes, yeah, you think these last couple of days have been crazy? He thinks it's nothing compared to what we're going to see in the coming weeks. If his thesis is correct, then he's saying we should see a $10,000 monthly candle minimum this month, and then the following months should be even more than $10,000 per month. So this is full bull scenario. We're entering the bull run and we're about to just blow off top and hit some insane numbers in the coming months and then peak early next year, like Q1 of next year. This would be cool. I'm not sold on it yet. We'll see if this happens. But he also pointed out here that the biggest moves occur as RSI pushes into overbought territory on higher time frames. And this is just starting within the weekly. And we're just getting warmed up. So he shows here that the RSI hasn't even crossed into entirely oversold or overbought territory yet. So it could just be the beginning. Am I opposed to that idea? No, like I said, I would love it, but we're going to have to wait and see. I think a pullback to like 30K to retest the range is totally in the cards. But let's move on to some more tweets. Next we had, we're going through some blockchain backer tweets. So back at the beginning of September, he tweeted out, he goes, he believes that the bears are going to get left behind in epic fashion. And then just funny, yesterday, he just goes, still relevant right after that breakout. A lot of people were very bearish. A lot of people that I even followed, super bearish. And they're so confident that we're going to get rejected at 30K again, crumble down to the low 20s. But didn't seem like that was in the cards. Now he also tweeted out, he goes, this is the psychological level. He's talking about around 32,000, where the sentiment shifts from doom to moon. He says, welcome to a new dawn. And you really could feel it yesterday. As soon as we broke through 32, and we had that huge impulse, like straight up to 35, it felt like something definitely shifted. Everyone was still very skeptical, very pessimistic, and now it seems like a lot of people are getting really bullish again, which is also something to be concerned about, because as soon as everyone gets really bullish, that's normally when we can start to top out. So again, we got to see these things as they go and play it by ear, but we'll see what happens. And then here is the chart that he was tweeting out for a while. So he's been drawing parallels from where we're at now to what we were doing from the 2014 to 2016 cycle, and how it's been very on track with that fractal from 2014 to 2016, how we broke down at the same time, had peaks in between our decline at the same time. We broke out of our bear market bottom range at the same time, stayed in the range for almost the same amount of time, and then are breaking out of that range into the next range at the same time in terms of the timeline. So it's been crazy on point how this fractal's played out. And according to this, if we were to continue following this means we're going to break into this new range. We'll see where the peak is. That's to be determined. And then we'll hit the peak of this range, and then we'll range out again, just like we did in this previous range from like 31.5 to 25. We'll range out for a while, and then after that range is when the bull run would start, and we'd start to go parabolic. So again, I see this as definitely being something that's possible. It would be a bit slower. It would line us up more with waiting for the halving to happen. But again, who knows, with all the ETF news that we've been getting, how fast this thing can ramp up and how fast we're going to take off. If it is maybe just the excitement right now that pushes us out of the range, and then we don't actually get the ETF approval till later next year, around the time of the halving, that could line up for us to range for the next like 5-6 months, and then start to take off after that. So some more good news we had as of yesterday is that the Judge Torres officially signed the order dismissing the case against Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson. So again, from my understanding, this case against Ripple and XRP is completely over, which is great news. That gives us complete clarity for the following bull run, this coming bull run, that XRP is the only asset with clarity in the law on the books after going through a court case. Even Bitcoin, it has clarity. It's been called a commodity, but it's not even written in law or on the books. It's just kind of agreed upon. So I think, you know me. I'm a big believer in XRP. I think that's the one that's going to outperform everything. And we'll get into that in the charts in just a second, but let's go through one more tweet. So then we had this news come in today that the ticker for BlackRock Spot Bitcoin ETF was removed from the DTCC website. It was on there yesterday, which caused some excitement because that means it looked like it was getting ready to go live, basically. And today it was removed and caused a little panic. There was a little bit of a drop in Bitcoin. Let's see, we'll zoom in, take a closer look. So as soon as that news dropped, we had this little drop in Bitcoin right here. Nothing too crazy, but people were speculating, oh no, it's removed, but we don't really know what that means. Some people are saying, oh, once it's removed from here, that means it's ready to go live, like it's getting ready to like push and be approved. But again, who knows? I think it's all kind of just noise at the end of the day. We know that they're on the docket. We know it looks like they're getting ready to be approved very soon. And that's just what we got to watch out for. All right, so let's go back over to the charts. Yeah, we'll start here. So like I said with Bitcoin, we kind of already went over that. What I wanted to look at was Bitcoin dominance which has just been absolutely mooning as well. Massive candles. So this has kind of just been the Bitcoin show. I sent a text yesterday to my dad and my brother. I was like, guys, Bitcoin's like 35K and algo's still under 10 cents. I'm like, that's crazy. Bitcoin's just going up and nothing's really following. We're getting little bits of moves here and there, but for now, this is also kind of what we want to see, because from what I understand from, the past, normally these rallies where it's Bitcoin going on its own, that's a good sign, because that means Bitcoin's going to steal the show. It's going to run really hard, and then later the alts will catch up. Normally when we have Bitcoin and alts run together, it's not really sustained. But whenever we've had those parabolic moves, the start of bull runs, it's been Bitcoin just going on its own, dominance skyrocketing. Then when Bitcoin starts to peak out, then dominance will roll over and all the altcoins will start going crazy. So the big one that I want to talk about, of course, is XRP. XRP is, again, just kind of waddling in this range. After we had the big breakout, right, we came back down into the range between like 46 cents where we took off from and around 56 cents. And we tried to break out of that today. Let's zoom in. We tried to break out of that today. We pumped up to like 58.5 cents. And then on that little dip that we had for Bitcoin, it pulled right back down. It went all the way back down to 53.5. And now we're chilling right around 56, pushing right up against resistance. So what's weird about XRP is it's never really moved with the market. Like it needs to have good market conditions to move in the past, but when it moves, it kind of just moves on its own. So it'll be after Bitcoin goes on a massive rally. Let's zoom out here. So it'll be, for example, after Bitcoin's gone on a massive rally, then we have XRP take off and just start booming to the upside. This didn't happen at the exact same time that Bitcoin was taking off. Same here. Bitcoin had already peaked, had its first peak of the bull cycle when XRP made this massive run up to its high for the cycle. And then same right here. XRP was kind of just chilling out down here when Bitcoin pushed back up to 30K in the summer. And then all of a sudden, after Bitcoin was consolidating up near 30K, we get the lawsuit announcement and boom, XRP just moves up 100% in a day. So XRP's never moved slow. It seems that it just waits, and when it's ready to go, we just get a vertical line. So what I'm expecting is, I don't know how long it's going to take, what the news catalyst will be, but I believe we're going to get something like this. We might just keep waddling, and then just go straight up vertical, because that's how we've seemed to move in the past. It'll literally be waddling around and then vertical, waddle around, vertical, waddle around, vertical. So obviously we got to wait and see. Nothing is guaranteed, and it's going to be important that we take profits, especially when we get to these higher targets of, I'm looking at around $8 to $12. Obviously 10 is a big round number, so it's psychological. That's going to be hard to hit. I'll probably be looking to pull out 10-20% of my portfolio around $9, somewhere in that range, 8 to 9, before we hit that psychological level. Of course, there's going to be a lot of people taking profits on the way up because we've been suppressed on XRP for so long. But to me, this looks like one big bull flag, symmetrical triangle. And if we're to do the moon math of the flagpole to the top, and we move this to, even if we have to wait until 2025 to the point of breakout, guys, that's $341 if we're to do the same returns. I think that's a little far-fetched and a little crazy, but you never know what can happen in this space. If true utility comes into play, who knows where some of these assets could end up. Not just XRP, Algorand, HBAR, XLM, Quant, XDC. If we get the utility run that we think we know is coming at some point, I don't think anything is off the table. I think we could see middle to high 2 digits and 3 digits in an insane scenario. I think one day in the future we'll see that regardless. But at bare minimum, I think XRP breaks its all-time high within the next year. I'd be surprised if it doesn't. I think that would be insane. And I would definitely bet on it. I mean, I am betting on it. I put my money where my mouth is. So I think, again, I've been in this market since all the way back up here. This is when I started really buying. Right around the peak. I got influenced by my family. My father was looking into crypto and he got into it. And look, I'm not mad because I think that the long-term vision is there. And even though I've been dollar cost averaging from all the way up here on a lot of different assets, even ones that are absolutely wrecked like Algo, that's just gone down, down, down and seen no relief. I believe in the long-term vision. I think this next bull run, we will have a utility run and it will pay off very, very greatly. Okay. So again, do your own research. Don't YOLO into anything, especially after we had a massive a weekly candle, which again isn't even closed yet, but especially since we've had a massive push up like this, don't YOLO. Don't just FOMO into something. Take your time. I think there's definitely a good chance we pull back here and, we test 30K and then we see continuation. But, according to people like Credible Crypto on Twitter, he doesn't think that there's going to be any much of it, a pullback at all. He thinks that it's going to be very shallow and it's just going to be vertical. And I think that would cause a lot of pain in the market because a lot of people were not prepared for this. A lot of people were still very bearish. And if we were to just go vertical from here, a lot of people would get left behind. So I don't think that's off the table. Again, I'm not expecting it, but be ready for anything. Keep your eyes on the market. This could be a very exciting time we're headed into. And I hope you gained something from this video. If you did, please like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and I will make more updates like this in the future. It's just, fingers crossed. Just pray together. XRP, let's break out of this triangle within the next few months to a year, and let's see the chart just go absolutely parabolic. Wouldn't that be a great thing to see? But thanks for watching. Until the next one, catch you later.